All right, man. There you go. And adjust to taste. We'll just see how this goes. All right, before takeoff checklist.
Passenger seats.
Upright, outboard, and stowed.
Anti-collision light.
Is on.
Landing and recognition lights.
On.
Flaps.
7.
Trim.
Is set.
Transponder.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1 TARA.
Radar.
Is FSB 5.
TCAS.
Is on.
EGPWS.
Has been tested.
Anti-ISDI systems.
Not required.
Ignition.
Is on.
Heat-O-static heat.
On.
Annunciator panel.
Is clear.
Finishes the before takeoff checklist.
Great. Let's go. And are you ready?
I'm ready.
Set thrust.
We're set. Airspeed's alive. 80.
Check.
V1. Rotate. Positive rate.
You're up, please.
You're up.
Filch V2 if you get a chance. You call tower, let them know we're emergency.
Tower, trainer 1 is declaring emergency. We lost an engine.
Roger, trainer 1. Autopilot on, please. Looks like the right engine.
I agree.
I'm able to take a little bit of that rudder out. Flaps up, please.
Flaps up.
I think I'd like a engine failure or fire or master warning above V1 checklist.
Failure, fire, master warning above V1. Rotated VR, landing gear up at positive rate, climb at V2 until 1500 AGL.
Did all that.
If engine failure, at or above 400 feet AGL, accomplish emergency restart. 1 engine, tab A4, or engine failure, precautionary shutdown, tab A2.
I see rotation. I see rotation both fan and turbine. We've got fuel flow. That's 1,000 to go.
Okay.
It looks like we have oil pressure. I think we should attempt a restart.
Okay. Tab A2. I'm sorry, tab A4. Emergency restart 1 engine. Refer to air start envelope.
We're below 200. I think we got to do a starter assist.
Following a shutdown with starter assist, throttle off.
Okay, I've got the good throttle.
There's the right throttle, I agree.
No change in performance.
Off. Generator, gen.
Generator is on gen.
Firewall shut off, check open.
It's open.
DOV circuit breaker affected engine. Pull and reset.
Okay, it's the right engine.
2-1.
2-1, confirm.
That's it, confirm.
Reset.
Ignition.
Ignition is on.
Start button.
Start button starting right engine. There's 8. Did he clear the malfunction? That's the question. He did. And there's a cutoff.
Okay.
Looks like we've got a good return of power.
Okay, engine instruments monitor, ignition norm.
Okay, ignition's going to norm. No change.
That completes the emergency restarts checklist.
Thank you, sir. I'm going to scissor these throttles.
Flaps retract, throttle operating engine set. That completes the engine failure checklist.
Okay, I have scissored these engines, getting back to my speed of 180 on the autopilot. Now I'm going to recenter my trim. And reset the servos. There. All right, that is the emergency. Let's call ATC and see if we can get back on the ground. I don't think we should go to our destination.
So, Kennedy, Trainer 1 would like to return for landing.
Trainer 1, we're using the RNAV Yankee 4 right approach and circling to runway 31 right.
Trainer 1, understand RNAV Yankee 4 right. Circle 31 right.
I'm going to go ahead and get us direct Veru so I can help do some navigational duties. That was very efficient, Jim. Thank you. That was really good.
Nice to hear.
Okay, so we're going to turn left, heading 310 for now. And I'm just going to let you do your work. Changing speed to 200. The shared mental model is important. So I'm doing, I had announced 180, I'm announcing 200.
Trying to get this thing to cooperate. Not familiar with it.
Okay. So,
Chart, but I don't. It's hard to get it to do.
tell you what. Use this guy.
Okay.
Because I've already got it open. So you hit approaches, and then there's a menu that comes down. Yeah. Jeff knows what to do if he catches me heads down for more than 10 seconds. So I got to stay on my game because he will fail my shit. I'm just gonna go get. I think it's.
Trainer 1's ready for the ATIS.
ATIS is wind is calm, visibility 1.8 miles, ceiling 700, overcast 750, temperature 15, dew point 15, altimeter 2992.
Trainer 1. Built it in the box already.
Excellent.
Earlier,
So I'm just going to go see if you can figure out now how to use JEP to get the frequency for the ILS 31 right and put that in nav 1.
Okay.
And I'm just going to fly like I'm dumber than a post.
That's the ILS 31 right.
Inbound course.
Inbound course is 314.
Right here, if I can do it. Right there.
Certainly. Let's see. 320, there's 310, 314.
All right. Just let me know when you're comfortable with your work, and then we'll.
Think before I start spinning knobs here.
Yeah. We're doing the circle approach. Are you sure that's 214?
Oh, I'm sorry. You got me thinking 31 right. Circling approach to 31 right is KRC, circle land 680.
That feels better.
You agree with that? Okay.
So I am 1 knot off my target airspeed.
That'll be on the report, I'm sure.
I am dead on balls my target airspeed.
Outstanding. Nicely done. That brings us to 667 feet above the ground. So that should be down here. Oops. Hard to see. On my side.
You sure?
And there it is. For 3-1 rights. I'm sorry.
314 is what you said on this last one.
And you're right.
A quiet cockpit gets work done. That's something I was trying to get through to our candidate. You know, that all the noises, you can't hear the important stuff.
He was just so focused on what had to come next and what to do next. 314 and the missed approach altitude is 4,000. Just put that in here as a backup.
Sure.
I wish he would have shown up today. I think he would have, sitting in the back, you can learn a lot just by observing.
Oh yeah.
Missed approach altitude. Yeah, course. And set the course on your side. You want me to do that for you?
No, sir. Well, actually, yeah. Yeah, here, I'll give you green needles. I'm on a heading already.
Okay.
So, there they are. Beautiful.
14.
And then I would go back to nav, if, and I am going to go back to FMS because we are going to be shooting a... All right.
Okay, I've got it set. I'm ready to brief.
All right, that sounds great. I'm going to show you a trick here as long as we've got a minute. So this knob, I'm going to put my hand on it, the outer knob, right here. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the wrong knob. Right here.
Okay.
That is nav 1. So if I turn that on, okay, you're looking at the ADF.
Mm-hmm.
Now click it again. There's the FMS. Click it again. That's as far as you can go. So you missed nav 1. There's nav 1. VOR number 1. And that's what that other needle is in there. So I can put that. We're not receiving anything right now. But that puts that second or a third, because there's 2 of them. See, there's 2 channels. So there's my ADF. So this is radio 1, this is radio 2. Okay. So see, I've got 2 different, I can look at the ADF and put that on my HSI. So when...
I've not seen that, okay.
Well, I was wondering, that's why I just pointing that out, that there's some guys that like to be really busy. I'm not one of them. That cost me 7 knots, that whole thing. Okay, so you're ready to brief, huh?
I did fail to tune my own radio, but other than that, I'm ready.
Okay.
Okay, now it makes sense.
Great. Okay, I'm at approximately 200, level flight at 3,000 on a heading of 230, your flight controls.
Okay, my airplane.
Briefing. Let's see, the weather, we're right at minimums for the circling approach, so that might be a factor, but it's a 0 wind day, pretty stable air, so I don't think we're going to have a problem. No MELs on the airplane whatsoever. I am briefing now the RNAV Yankee GPS 4 right. I see Veru and Ebby, and then 4 right, and then the missed approach looks like I'll have Alsufs to follow in. Missed approach straight ahead to 4,000 direct to Gallo and hold. Not a lot to brief there. You've got it in the box. I have just checked that. Our largest threats here will be the circling approach, actually, and it's going to be airspeeds. It's very easy on that level off to get slow, so be cognizant of my airspeeds, if you would, and call out anything that looks inappropriate. I will shoot this approach at 120, and I hope that it's on the nuts. Don't call me unless it's greater than 5 knots deviation. Any questions, additions?
No, it sounds good to me.
All right. I have flight controls.
Your airplane.
My aircraft. I'm going to clean up our direct to Veru because we were just crossing it. I feel you back there. And looks like they're descending us to 2,000. I'll get that. I'm pilot flying, so I can do that. So what I do is get it 1,500 down. He was using 500. That's not enough. And immediately you got to go diving for your throttles.
I see 2,000. Okay.
Yeah, you see where I had to dive for my throttles as soon as I got that 1,500?
That speeds up immediately, sure.
Yep. Now I'm going to come left, and then I'm going to arm nav. See, this is a dangerous thing because sometimes I started it, the turn on heading, then arm nav, because it will turn you the wrong way.
Oh.
Okay, so here we go. You're going to dial me down then to my proper altitudes. I'll look to you for that stuff.
Do that.
I'm slowing to 180. Flaps approach, please.
Flaps approach.
And approach checklist.
Checklist is approach seat belts, shoulder harnesses.
Secure left.
Secure. Avionics flight instruments. Check.
Are set.
Radar altimeters.
670 once, twice.
Landing speeds. That's one thing we need to do. Look them up, or what do we do?
Let me look at them because we're going to be heavy. So I got a chart on our abbreviated. I'm just going to use
okay.
107, 113.
Landing speeds. V approaching VREF.
Got him.
Confirm. Landing data.
Is complete.
Crew briefing.
Is complete.
Passenger advisory lights.
Is on.
Passenger safety.
On.
Passenger seats.
Are upright, outboard, and stowed.
Flaps.
Are to go.
Engine synchronizer.
Off.
Ground idle switch.
High. Norm.
Fuel crossing.
Is off.
Anti-skid.
Is on.
Recognition lights.
On.
That completes the approach checklist.
Dial me down to 1,500, please.
1,500.
1,500.
See it.
Gear down before landing checks, please.
You're down. Landing gear.
Down, 3 green, no red.
3 green. Landing lights.
Are on.
Ignition.
On.
Flaps.
To go.
Airspeed.
Slowing, 120.
Autopilot. Damper.
On.
Annunciator panel.
Is clear.
Pressurization.
Is 0 diff.
Speed brakes. Retracted.
Retracted.
Thank you. That
All right.
completes the landing checklist.
Thank you, sir.
check this to be correct.
There's 120, still 3 miles to run, so we're doing great. We're way ahead of the airplane, way ahead of the operation. Ground speed's 120. In a zero wind, I'm going to shoot for 600 down.
Okay.
Set the MDA, please. I see 700. Missed approach altitude is 4,000 upon capture. I would like you to set 4,000 there.
I'll do that.
1.5 to run. You kind of got your nose up when you don't have your landing flaps in and you're flying 120. So it's
6 degrees or so nose up.
yeah, it's kind of you're dragging it. So that's why I don't like the dive and drives on non-precisions, because your nose is really high and you can't see under you. There's a tree down there. There's 0.5 coming down 600. Final approach, no flags. Missed approach altitude is 4,000.
The chart says take 637 feet per minute.
Coming down 700. Thank you.
1,000.
Stabilized. Let me know if you see any approach lights at a mile.
I'll do that.
We're at, yeah, 1.22 miles. You should start to see something.
100 above. Minimums.
Set missed approach altitude, please.
Minimums. Minimums.
4,000 set.
No contact. There it is.
Approach lights.
Thank you, sir. Starting the circle. So I just dialed in about 090, watching that airspeed, hyper scanning. I'm losing the runway. So I'm letting the airplane do all the work. I'm in really tight. So now I'm scanning right here, because that's going to be when I know I got the right runway. So yeah, the road is out there, but I can't teach that shit, because you're going to have a road on every approach. No, you got to use what's legal, which is the runway over here. So I don't like that we're focusing on that too much. I still got the runway in sight. This is a legal thing. We're at 0.8, so we're legal. Both looking for that runway. I got the approach lights. Okay, there's the approach lights leaving MDA. Flaps land, please.
Flaps to landing.
Would you spin my heading bug to 314? Going below ref. So easy to do. So easy to do. Just barely pulled that off. Damn it. I'm trimming my nose up and bringing my power back. That'll keep me slow, and I'm just a tick high. So I'm letting the airplane do all the work. I'll pick my nose up with my electric trim. I like that. This is how we fly this jet right here. There's a dot high, pretty good. I don't know.
100.
Well, your center line is just for the professionals, so.
50, 40, 30, 20,
No flare.
10.
Speed brakes, please.
Speed brakes. $80, $70, $60.
So pretty aggressive on my stops.
I see that, yeah.
But in this airplane, the mission is 4,000 and 5,000 foot runways. So you got to be able to do it. Hey, that was a good session. That was nice.
I like that.
Yeah, I did too. How did it look on the screen?
This?
Yeah.
Don't know, never looked at it.
Oh, all right.
He was watching you too, I guess.
What else can I show you? There was that.
Yeah, there's a claw in front of everything. I can't really see it.
Oh, yeah.
Your mount.
Right. Tell you what, go Cavu. And I'll show you the end of the Checkride real quick.
Okay.
Do the whole engine procedure.
Yeah, just Cavu is going to be fine. So we're good. Flap 7.
Flaps.
That's going to come up. I'm going to reset my trims. Just doing my fats check.
Trim and speeds.
Yeah.
You run through that. Flaps, there's air brakes, trim and speeds.
Yeah. So it looks like I'm all cleaned up. Everything is good. So when you're going to land, make sure you click that guy.
Okay.
That's going to take your yaw damper out. So just make it a habit that landing.
Something I'm not used to doing, but okay.
Yeah,
I'll do
just
my best to
get
that way.
get that, because yeah, it's really not a good deal to land this with the yaw damper on. So I'm takeoff, go around my side, and this is the stall series that we've got to show you,
Okay.
and it's really rapid, and it's really low to the ground. So it's going to undo your flow here from that thing. All right. So we're clear for takeoff, and we're going to do these this hot monkey show stuff, and then of course the flaps are going to fail, and I'm going to have to.
That I'd like to see again.
Oh,
too.
these guys actually have to do an ILS. So instead of being at Cavu, once I'm coming in, we got to shoot an ILS with no flaps,
Okay.
and it'll be the 3-1 right. Is that selected?
3-1 right is selected.
Thank you.
VLA still set up to 0?
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
There's through 60, that's where I let go. Set takeoff power.
Power set. Airspeed's alive. 80.
Check.
V1. Rotate. Positive rate.
Gear up, please.
Gear up.
Filch 160 if you would.
Which 160?
Okay, and here we are at the 400 feet. He just takes the throttles away, and we just keep the climb coming. Let's come to 1500 if we could, right there.
1500.
Yeah, and I'm just going to get to the first indication of a stall in a turn. Stall.
Don't sink. Don't sink.
There's the recovery. Would you go gear down, please?
Gear down.
Flaps full.
Flaps full. Speed's good.
So the next one is just the downwind, and this is the arrival stall. Okay, so I'm going to take throttles away from myself again. Still climbing to 15. First indication of a stall. Stall. Flaps approach, please.
Approach.
Positive rate. You're up.
Positive rate. Gears come up.
Flap 0, please.
Flap 0.
Okay, that's the stall series.
Pretty simple when you see it that way.
Yes, please. Okay, so they've just issued us the ILS 3-1 right. If you could set me up for that, please.
Sure.
Something doesn't feel right. Something definitely doesn't feel right. What's going on? There we go. Yeah, now would be good. Uh-oh.
Snap.
I did too. Yeah, I got a circuit breaker out. It looks like it's the flap control. I'm going to reset it once. That's the rules, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There's a reset. And it came out again. I can't touch that again. Flaps are in the neutral position. Looks like this will be a flapless landing.
That's 3-1 right we're looking for. There it is, number 11. Todd and Aldi Zulab. Yes. 115 is good. Minimums are 212. We'll do that. Mr. Approach is 4,000, that's correct. Final approach course is 314. You've got that. Got that here.
Good.
And we've got that here. Require 1800 RVR, which we have. We need the ATIS to verify that.
And it's 200 overcast, 1800 RVR.
That's sufficient. That's right at minimums. We have VREF of 107, V approach of 115.
Yep, no changes.
Okay, I'm ready to brief.
Okay, I would like you to have, before I give you controls, if you could find the, it's probably going to be in the O. O for oh shit. It's the landing without flaps, or approach. Flaps in up approach, and then I'll continue. Once you find that checklist, then just let me know. We'll brief the approach, and then we'll run that checklist.
Flaps in operative, approach and landing, not in landing position. That's it.
Okay, you've got it. I am at 160, 1500 on a heading of 160, your flight controls.
My airplane.
Your airplane. Briefing. Weather is at minimums, but we got zero wind. It's fairly calm, and everybody seems to be getting in. One situation with the aircraft, and it is the flaps will be in up. We've already got the checklist for that. Let me go find this approach. So I'm briefing the ILS runway 31 right. That's effective 21 May 21-7. 1115, I see it once, twice. Final approach course 314, see it once, twice, three times. Let's see, this is a straight in, so 212 is our mins, and that's 200 on the RAs. I see it.
To do that.
And we'll just knock those in for ourselves. I got 200 once, twice.
See ya.
All right, airport elevation is 13. So sea level. We should have Maslers to follow in with a Pappy on the right. In the event we go missed, straight ahead to 1800, a left climbing turn to 4000 and hold at LGA. That's 113.1. We'll fly that on the FMS, and just let me verify that we have. There's the 1800 MOFA, which looks correct, and then we hold there, and that does look correct. So that's in the box. Threats are going to be airspeed will probably be an issue here, because I think that we're going to have to carry a little more speed, and on the landing the rollout might be a little long. Get the speed brakes out as soon as I touch down, if you would do that.
Sure.
And do you have any questions or additions?
No.
Okay.
Good.
I have the flight controls.
You are your flight controls.
My flight controls. They turned to 040. I'd be calling for flaps. Could you run that flapless landing checklist, please?
Flaps and operative approach and landing. Seats, seatbelt, shoulder harness secure.
And secure left.
VREF and fan speed settings confirmed.
They are confirmed. VREF is not confirmed. Let's at the end of the checklist, let's visit that again.
Okay. Flap 0 or unknown VREF plus 15 knots, it says.
Okay, would you spin that in for me? That's what I was looking for.
So, flaps VREF is plus 15. So
Yeah, so the way I do it is I select it, and then I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. No math.
Hey, I like it. Less math is better for me.
Yeah.
Flap control circuit breaker check in.
And it's already failed.
Unable. Multiply the flaps landing distance by 1.2.
Okay, so we're going to need more runway. That is briefed.
Avionics and flight instruments check and set.
They are set, and we're cleared the approach.
Okay, radio altimeter.
Is 200 once, twice.
Let's see. Passenger advisory lights.
Is on.
Passenger seats.
Upright, outboard, and stowed.
EGPWS flap override select.
Please. It's the top one.
Top one.
That thing will be barking at us like a dog.
Engine synchronizer off.
Is off.
Fuel cross feed.
Is not required.
Ignition.
Is on.
Landing gear.
Is to go. We could hold there.
We'll stop it here.
Getting the darn thing slow is the big thing here. She's so, I can take the throttles completely out, and I'm trending down in level flight, but once our nose comes down, she doesn't want to. So if you're going to get yourself slow, do it here. I did this kind of on purpose because I still don't like the horn of shame. And that's at 150 with your flaps and your gears not down. So I avoid the horn of shame. So not slower than 150 until you put your gear out.
Horn of shame. I like that.
That's telling me that you're not scanning your airspeed. And really that's the thing that you do the most in flying this airplane, because you're on the throttles. You had FADEC and everything in your airplane, didn't you?
I did, and that's one thing I've got to get over with, because I don't have auto thrust anymore.
Yeah, you really got to fly this
I'm
airplane.
the auto thrust. I forget that.
I know, it's easy to do. We should have a glide slope capture here in just a second. We are in dead reckoning mode, and I see we've got a message. Just going to visit that.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed
Yeah,
that.
we were temporarily in dead reckoning mode. Come on, baby. Localizer's live. You gonna turn into it? There it is. The other thing that really makes my ass itch is that heading bug not being in front of the airplane. They'll issue a turn and it'll turn you the wrong direction or what have you. The classic one is somebody set you up for a GPS approach, and didn't take the procedure turn out, didn't brief it,
Oh,
it turns the wrong direction. That was happening to me on the line. It happened twice on my last rotation with the jet.
that'd be an easy thing to do.
Yeah, one was with the DO on board. That was just beautiful. So
Oh.
I had to disconnect and hand fly the thing. Nice high approach. He mentioned it. You're a little high there. Yeah, you don't have any idea what was happening up here.
More than that going on, but I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so you missed the rest of that. See where I'm sneaking towards 150. Not going to let it happen.
I see that.
But again, once my nose comes down, it's hard to slow down. So I'm going to ask for gear a little early. Gear, please.
You're down.
And then continue with the checklist.
Okay, we are at landing gear.
Is down, 3 green, no red.
3 green. And skid.
Is on.
Landing lights.
On.
Autopilot and yaw damper.
2 go.
Annunciator panel.
Is clear.
Pressurization.
0 diff.
Speed brakes.
Retracted.
50 feet. I'm sorry, I'll let you say.
Nope, that's fine.
And that completes the flaps and operative checklist.
Slowing to 122 for the approach. Final approach, no flags. Missed approach altitude is, was it 4,000?
4,000 is correct. This approach is 7.
There's my ref. I'm going to shoot this right at it. I wish I was actually on the glide slope. This looks a little odd because we're inside the final approach fix, but
There's the card. Needle's moving.
so it's all about my airspeed control on this thing. And as that nose comes down, I got to be aggressive. I took it all out. Speed brakes, please.
Speed brakes.
Now the reason I'm doing that is so that it doesn't trend any faster. And then what I can do is catch that trend with just that much power. So I'm way down here in the 40s. But now I got a nice stable airspeed, so this is one way to do it.
Okay.
The other way to do it is go ahead and retract the flaps, please, or the speed brakes. So you're, so you see how she's starting. She wanted to trend fast right out of the gate,
Immediately, yeah.
and I'm 0. I have to use the flaps, or the speed brakes. Speed brakes, please,
Speed brakes.
and retract those at
1,000.
and stabilized. Retract those at 50 feet, if you would,
I'll
please.
do that.
Ticking the underside of ref. There's a nice catch, but don't get too excited. See how I just walk? I'm just, you've run throttles before, yeah. So I say a tick of power. What I mean is the absolute minimum amount you can apply. There was another tick of power. It ended up about 2%.
No.
And I feel like my nose is way up. It's because it is.
Almost 5 degrees. Yeah.
Approaching minimums.
100 above. Minimums, approach lights.
Minimums.
Landing.
Minimums.
I'll call for those brakes.
Okay.
Have your finger on it.
50,
Speed brakes
40,
retract.
30, 20.
Try to hit the 1,000 foot markers if you can. So I just let go of it, and that'll put it down. Speed brakes, please.
Speed brakes. 80. 60.
And then it's the end of your check ride, so actually get off the damn runway. Ooh, yay! This is why I don't taxi guys, because I'll get them sick and they won't be any good the rest of the day.
Easiest thing to do in this thing.
back to the standard checklist if you would. And after landing checklist, please. Clear all malfunctions.
After landing, thrust reverser stow. Flaps up.
Are up.
Ignition normal.
Normal.
Geostatic heat.
Off.
Sea brakes.
Are retracted.
Anti-collision lights and recognition lights.
Off.
Anti-ICE systems.
Off.
Transponder.
Is on standby. Well, that's the radar.
Oh,
Transponder is on still. We don't turn that off.
radar.
Is off.
Completes the after landing checklist.
Okay, so then he's going to have a shutdown on the runway. So he's just going to have you shut down right here. So let's do the securing checklist, if that's what they call it.
Shutdown, it says.
Okay.
Avionics power switches.
Is off.
Default fan.
Is off. Yep.
It's off. Air conditioner off. Flaps. Takeoff and approach. It says.
They are 0.
Throttles off.
Okay, coming
ITT
coming off.
Passenger visor lights.
Is off.
Flashing beacon light.
Off.
Standby gyro switch.
Off. Cage.
Exterior lights.
Are off.
Control lock.
Is not ever used.
Parking brake.
Is set.
Battery switch.
Is off.
Engine covers completes the checklist.
Nice leg, man. You're going to be great at your job. That's great.
I'll probably get a little better at it.
Yeah, that was a damn good rep. I feel good, man. We can reposition back to the gate. Take a little break.
You're gonna stop the video here?
Please.